Good evening. I'm Stuart Watchmand, ZL2TW from Blenheim.
And I'm Debbie Morgan, ZL2DL in Upper Hutt.
I'm Rosemary Boshier, ZL1RO in Auckland.
And I'm Stephen McNeill, ZL4HG from Christchurch.
And I'm Jim Meachen, ZL2BHF in Nelson. And together we bring you the NZART official broadcast for March 2016. Leading tonight's official broadcast, Presidential Comment. Here's our NZART President, Stuart Watchmand, ZL2TW. Stuart?
Good evening, everyone. Soon on tonight's broadcast, you'll be hearing a message about the Christchurch NZART conference coming up in June. The Christchurch branches are providing an important service to our members by hosting conference this year. If you're intending to go, you can do your bit to show your gratitude to the organisers by registering as soon as possible. Early registrations provide a great morale boost to any conference organising team, and it helps them to see how numbers are going for planning purposes. If you have not been to a conference and are able to attend, please give it serious consideration. You will not be disappointed. In recent communication from me, I have mentioned the membership promotion that is underway and explained why such promotions are essential for our organisation. Tonight, I would like to encourage those of you that are NZART members to use this promotion to help persuade non-members to come on board and join our association. I'm sure you all know amateurs that are not members. I like to think of non-members as potential NZART colleagues. Choosing not to be a member is, of course, any amateur's right, and that is to be respected. But there is no harm in approaching non-members and trying a little gentle persuasion to encourage them to come on board. In the promotion being sent to non-members, there is an invitation letter in which I mention the benefits that all amateurs have received through NZART activity in recent years, including the power increase to 1 kilowatt PEP in most bands, and the successes in many district plan reviews where the right to install antennas has been preserved. Other recent successes and the usual benefits of NZART membership are also listed. I understand that some may be concerned at the ability to pay the ongoing subscription beyond the one-off discounted fee for this year. Please point out that monthly part payment can be arranged with Debbie Morgan at NZART headquarters. Others may have a past or present difference of opinion with NZART. Once again, it is their right not to join. If you think it might help, feel free to invite a person who feels this way to contact me at zl2tw@nzart.org.nz. That's zl2tw@nzart.org.nz. Well, that's all from me tonight, but do make sure you get on the air and use the great resource that is our part of the radio spectrum. Good night.
Thank you, Stuart. The President of NZART, Stuart Watchmand, ZL2TW. To the VHF, UHF, SHF, EHF world. And details tonight from Stephen ZL1TPH of the next low band contest. It's all bands, 6 metres and up to and including 70 centimetres, and it's to be held next Saturday, the 2nd, and Sunday, the 3rd of April. With past history, this contest has proved to be an even playing field, with lower and VHF bands. And recently introduced for 2016 is a top home station winner category. Now the operating periods are 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. on the Saturday and 7 a.m. until 1 p.m. on the Sunday, New Zealand local time. The contest rules are available on the NZART website, www.nzart.org.nz/activities/contest-rules. And that's details of the next low band VHF UHF contest. To Upper Hutt we head now, and it's a very good evening to the NZART Business Manager, Debbie Morgan, ZL2DL.
Thanks, Jim, and good evening, everyone. My apologies for the slow responses from headquarters recently. I had a week off with a virus and I'm still catching up on emails and correspondence. The membership promo that Stuart, ZL2TW, has advised you of will hopefully be in the mail within the coming week. Letters have been sent to those who have not been a member before or their membership has lapsed for 2 or more years. It's very hard to keep track of all current financial members who hold secondary call signs. Where known, these too have been removed from the RSM database used to send out these letters. However, there are always the occasional few who slip through the cracks. so my apologies if you receive a letter in error. I have yet to receive any nominations for Amateur of the Year, Young Amateur of the Year, and the ZL1HV Jumbo Godfrey Award. If you need more information on any of these awards, please contact me. Lastly, I will be sending out branch membership statistics in April. There is only one remit this year, but in order to ensure you are eligible to vote, please make sure you are listed with NZART in the branch you wish to place your vote. That's all from me, Jim. Back to you.
Thank you, Debbie. Debbie Morgan, ZL2DL, our NZART Business Manager. Christchurch Branch 05 cordially invites NZART members and their guests to join them for a great weekend in the Garden City over Queen's Birthday weekend. That's the 3rd to the 5th of June. The venue for this year's conference is Riccarton Park Function Centre, located in Riccarton Racecourse, 165 Racecourse Road, Sockburn in Christchurch. A registration form for Christchurch Annual Conference and details of the conference, amateur and alternative programs are on the NZART Conference 2016 webpage, www.hamradio.co.nz, www.hamradio.co.nz, and will also be in your March-April copy of Break-In, due out in the 1st or 2nd week of April. To achieve the best possible prices, now is the time to make your bookings for travel and accommodation in Christchurch. NZART Conference 2016 in Christchurch over Queen's Birthday weekend. Tonight, advanced information from Glen Kingston, ZL2KZ, organiser of the Sangster Shield contest. The dates for this year's contest are Saturday, May 21st and Sunday, May 22nd. Please note that there are some rule changes being implemented for the Sangster Shield contest this year. These will be published in April-May Break-In and also in Headquarters Info Line. Because the exchange format is being changed this year, early notice is given for those who use computer logging. The key rule changes are: only low-power New Zealand stations, less than 5 watts PEP, are eligible as entrants. The exchange format, formerly known as cipher, is to dispense with power output and incorporate the contact serial number starting from 001. The format is to be RST, serial number, branch number, the same as for the Jock White Field Day. The Transistor Trophy is being open to any first-time entrant to the contest rather than being restricted to newly licensed operators. And that information from Glen Kingston, ZL2KZ, organiser of the Sangster Shield contest. The Sangster Shield contest, Saturday, May 21st and Sunday, May 22nd. It's time now for WARO News, and a very good evening to Rosemary, ZL1RO.
Thanks, Jim, and good evening, everyone. The WARO Bulletin will be arriving by email for most of you very soon. With it, you will find a nomination form for WARO Executive. We hope that some will consider allowing their names to be put forward for vacant positions. We welcome new people on the committee, and the work is not onerous or difficult. Being on executive entails attending some on-air meetings during each year. Meetings are usually no more than 30 to 40 minutes duration, and if you'd like to offer your services and need a nominator, just contact any committee member from the list inside any WARO Bulletin magazine. We're also hoping that we can find a contest manager to run our Thelma Super Memorial Contest, which happens once a year on 80 metres. A gentle reminder about donating items for the WARO raffles or the WARO sales table at this year's NZART conference in Christchurch. If you're not attending conference but want to contribute in some way, donations can be sent to Topsy ZL2LS or given to someone who's going to conference to deliver to the WARO ladies. Handmade items are especially welcomed. This activity was very successful at last year's conference in Hamilton and helped put WARO in front of conference attendees, as well as raising funds for a good cause. That's all from WARO for this month, Jim. Good night, everyone.
Thank you, Rosemary. Reporting for WARO, Rosemary Boshier, ZL1RO in Auckland. Also, a reminder tonight of the Hawke's Bay Hamfest on Saturday, April 9th at Nelson Park in Napier. You can register on Friday, 8th of April, 5 p.m. through 7 p.m. at McKinn's Pavilion at Nelson Park. Registrations recommence at the same venue at 8:30 a.m. on the Saturday morning, with the official opening of the Hamfest commencing at 9:45 a.m. Presentations at the Hamfest will include D-Star Digital Radio, HFDX and Propagation, Fast Simple QSOs, Summits on the Air, and Microwatting. The Hamfest concludes at 7 p.m. on the Saturday evening with dinner at Napier's RSA restaurant, Station Street in Napier. That's the Hawke's Bay Hamfest on Saturday, the 9th of April. Finally, in tonight's official broadcast lineup, it's branch news. Here's Stephen McNeill, ZL4HG.
Thanks, Jim, and good evening, everyone. First off, the Hibiscus Coast Radio Society, branch 80 NZART, has no meeting in April. Instead, the branch is taking part in the Jumbo Challenge on Wednesday, the 20th of April, starting 7:30 p.m. at Albany Bowls Hall. The Whangarei Amateur Radio Club, branch 28, has its next meeting on Wednesday, April the 6th, at the club rooms at Heritage Park in Whangarei. This will be a show and tell, where you bring along anything you've acquired or perhaps built that may be of interest to other members. Down to the Auckland VHF group, where the next general meeting is on Monday the 11th of April, starting 7:30 p.m. at the club rooms at Hazel Avenue, which is located on the left end of Hazel Avenue in Mount Roskill. Greg Stores, ZL1GSG, will give a talk titled Homebrew Transverters with Professional Input. To the Western Suburbs Radio Club, branch 03, where the club's annual general meeting is to be held on Saturday the 23rd of April, starting 10 a.m. Hutt Valley Branch 18 NZART has its next meeting on Monday, April the 4th. It'll be a movie night starting 7:30 p.m. and held at the club rooms in the Philip Evans Reserve off Birch Street in Waterloo. Wellington Branch 50 NZART has its next meeting on Wednesday, April the 20th at the Lutheran Church Hall in King Street, Mount Cook. James, ZL2ET, will be showing some engaging videos. And finally, down south to Otago Branch 30, where the talk on Wednesday, April the 27th, will be on revolutions in marine echo-sounding. Well, that's all from me, Jim. Back to you.
Thank you, Stephen. Stephen McNeill, ZL4HG, reporting from Christchurch. And just a little extra meeting information here from the Wellington VHF Group, Branch 74. John Andrews, ZL2HD, Senior Energy Analyst at NZX Energy, will present a report on the recent downstream conference for the electricity and gas retailers and generators that covered the possible effects of batteries, PVs and EVs on the lines companies, the national grid and electricity retailers and generators. And that's on Thursday, the 31st of March at 7:30 p.m. in the Tawa Community Centre. The next issue of NZART Headquarters Info Line, that's number 334, will be emailed next Friday, the 1st of April. The next official broadcast of NZART will be made by ZL6A at 8 p.m. on Sunday, the 24th of April. This is ZL6A, headquarters station of the New Zealand Association of Radio Transmitters, concluding the NZART official broadcast for March 2016. Good night, everyone. Good night now.